Right now I have Nancy Gold. She is the president of Tough Traveler. You may have seen her store up on State Street. They are a manufacturing company of American-made products, right?
Yeah.
Backpacks, and we're going to be talking a little bit about that. And with her we have Chad Putnam, and he is the Deputy City Clerk of Schenectady, and we're going to be talking about American-made movie event. So, but let's start out first to talk to Nancy a little bit. She has an American-made business, and it's a struggle sometimes, isn't it?
Well,
to get out there.
Well, I think it is, definitely, and there are things that people can do to, and it could be changed quite a bit. And I think it's very important to have products that are made in the United States.
People want them.
They
People are
do.
looking for American-made
They
products.
do, and they often can't find them. And at this point, in products like ours, since most luggage and backpacks are made offshore with low-income, low-wage workers and
under bad conditions usually.
Well, and
As
low
we know.
low environmental standards,
Yeah.
and since that is true in the United States for our kinds of things, people do either, if they're lucky enough to have Tough Traveler in Schenectady, okay, but also mostly they do have to go to the internet. And even there, they
You
have
have a
to do
store on the
research.
internet, yeah.
Oh, we do, yes, of course.
And this is the type of product you have.
We do.
You do backpacks.
Luggage, backpacks, shoulder bags. I brought these 4 bags because we are selling at a discount, and $10 of each of these purchases will go to the Schenectady Inner City Ministry, part of this project.
Part of the project.
Yeah.
Okay, and we have a video clip. Let's take a look at the video clip, and then we'll talk a little bit about the event. I think it's coming up.
U.S. Steel Corporation today announced that it's permanently closing
Jones and
16
Lockman Steel Plant is shutting devastating news against
American steel mills, shutting down all 1,000 workers.
When you, as an economy, get rid of your manufacturing base, the results are very cataclysmic. You have a domino effect.
You know, I always said our motto was, you dream it, we build it. Suddenly, I seen the sales dropping off.
Mark called me up, he said, Dad, we lost a job. He said somebody outbid us.
It's not within the United States, it's somebody overseas.
Since the year 2000, we've lost about 5.5 million manufacturing jobs. That loss in manufacturing jobs is kind of the backbone that has caused this incredible unemployment.
What do I do now? I'm almost 50 years old. All I know is this.
What the country's realizing now is that making things is important.
One of the things that's always been great about America is Americans.
It gets back to it just being good business to invest in your community.
We understand why businesses offshore their production. We also fundamentally believe that making things is critically important to the long-term health of this country.
Back in my hometown.
We're making more sales. We're making more partnerships.
Knowing that we put shoes on a lot of people, it's something to be proud of.
It's about believing in something.
The American-made movie. And where was this produced?
So this was a national film, and it actually came out in September, and they did debuts of the film throughout the East Coast, and this is going to be the first local screening of the film. It's actually not available on DVD yet, although the story is very similar and other films have covered this topic before. It's a very new approach, and it's a very positive approach because it talks about 3 things, being jobs, economic development, and what each one of us can do each and every day of our lives to help have a positive impact on job creation, economic development as a consumer.
And I totally agree with you. I mean, I'm kind of with the cheerleader, you know,
Yeah.
buy local, do local, support your local economy, support American-made products. You are also having a panel discussion, is that correct?
Yeah, so the city of Schenectady really has gotten behind, including the mayor and the city council, behind this event. And so on Tuesday, January 21st, here at Proctor's at the GE Theater, we'll be doing a film screening of this new documentary that's going to be starting at 6:30 p.m. And then following the screening of the film, we're grateful to have Jack Arneke, who's a longtime news anchor with CBS, is going to be hosting a panel discussion of local and statewide leaders, including Gary McCarthy is going to be on the panel. Other folks, including Dr. Quentin Bullock's going to be talking about having a skilled workforce and the work that SCCC
and they've done a lot to promote, a pathway for students to get into the local economy.
Correct, yes. And other folks, we have a gentleman coming in, Kenneth Polkulski from the Business Council of New York State, who's going to be bringing in a statewide perspective. And they do a lot of advocacy at the state level around legislation and initiatives, taxes and those types of things.
We have to be business friendly in this state in order to keep business here and to also create new business, and that's very important. And I know Nancy, as a business owner, can probably attest to that.
Well, actually, I can say that the federal government, by taking away customs, actually hurts us. Instead of helping, they go the opposite way, because it's very difficult for a USA manufacturer in our sorts of things to compete with 50 cents an hour labor. Yet we want to pay people a lot of money. So I'd say the government has a lot to do with it. That's what I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's certainly, we have to be cognizant if we're trying to get our GMP up and we're trying to do things like that. We need to look at the foundation as to how we.
And the film really, and that's really the purpose behind the film, it looks at the different players that are involved in economic development and manufacturing, and why we've tried to create a diverse panel so that we have representatives from local government, we have representatives from statewide coalitions, as well as education, and we're excited to have his name is Alessandro Girbani. He is the president and founder of Gatherer's Granola. And he's a young entrepreneur that has a new business that is manufacturing things and sourcing it locally and creating jobs right here in Schenectady. And he's going to be on the panel. And he has
That's really wonderful to see a young entrepreneur. And one of the things you're noticing more and more, of course, this doesn't affect manufacturing, but many of the restaurants are now purchasing locally grown products. And that certainly would shore up our farming communities, local farming communities.
And it really goes back to the point of, one of the analogies they make in the film is one of the reasons why we have organic food available in market stores is because the consumer requested it and pushed for it and wanted it.
So we're all part of the solution.
Absolutely.
If we move in that direction, take a look when you buy something, see where it's made. There may be two products on the shelf. One is made in the U.S. and one is not. I mean, support your local economy, support our workers who are trying to just get a job. And if we all did that, we'd have our economy moving along with a lot of people not unemployed.
Right, and I can say that if you keep some manufacturing here, that keeps other manufacturing here. For example, Tough Traveler, we try to buy all USA, if we can, all USA made material.
Yeah, there you
so
go.
we keep somebody else going.
Exactly.
We keep other workers having jobs. We keep a building from being decrepit.
It goes on and on. You just keep giving back to the community. I want to thank you both for being here, and I hope you have a huge crowd.
Yeah, thank you. And I just close by saying tickets are available. Folks can arrive early at 6 o'clock to network with sponsors and stakeholders. But also tickets are available at the Proctor's box office and online. It's only $5 to attend the show.
So it's the benefit, there is a benefit behind that
and
too.
Proceeds are going to be going, any proceeds from the event are going to be going to a scholarship for a Youth Build participant pursuing a degree in manufacturing through SCCC. So you
did great networking on partnering on this one. Chad Putnam and also Nancy Gold, our guest today. So please support your local economy and also check out the film and support that, and that money will go to a scholarship. Thank you both for being here today.